What's going on, guys? Brandon Harding here. Hope you're having a great day. It's currently the 22nd of March and I'm just outside Elite Fitness with my mate Luke, who I spoke about in the last video. Basically, we're about to go and train shoulders, hamstrings and triceps, but before we do that, we're going to record this Q&A video that I said I was going to do in my last video yesterday. So we're going to start off answering these questions, and then we might actually record some throughout the workout, so it's not always going to be in the same place. We'll get the majority of them done right now. So let's do this.
What's your thoughts on tattoos and if you're thinking of getting one?
I've always wanted to get a tattoo, but I'm gonna wait because I want to compete and stuff, and they can like hide definition on stage when you are competing. I've always wanted to. I've got this idea of like traveling the world when I am at the period in my life where I can do so and getting a different tattoo from a different place around the world. Tattoos at the moment, in the next 5 years, probably not.
Hey Brandon, I want to ask you about what keeps you motivated all the time.
Now, as far as motivation goes, we all have low points. Like everyone's gonna have a bad day where they just want to stay in bed and do nothing, not talk to anyone, or just like not do what they have to do or what that day is requiring them to do. But what keeps me motivated is always remembering where I started. The reason why I started, I almost think about it and it fires me up. Not necessarily always thinking about where I'm starting. I look at people that are at where I want to be at, and then I think about what I have to do to get there. And then if I'm gonna do nothing today to get me closer to there, I am one day further away from being at the position that I want to be at. And so as far as like helping myself get motivated, I remind myself why I started and I remind myself where I want to be.
Yes, Brandon. What's the longest that you actually bulked before like designating an actual specific amount of time back to cutting?
When I started going to the gym, I pretty much bulked for the first 2 years. I just ate everything that I had to eat. I force fed myself to just gain muscle. I did a mini cut for like 4 to 6 weeks, 2 years after training, then realized that I didn't build enough muscle in those 2 years or as much as I needed to step on stage and compete or to just be happy with where I am lean. So then I basically bulked for another 2 years. So I've been training 4.5 years now and I'm just shredding down for my first competition. So basically I've been bulking for the majority of my training for the past 4 years, but I had like a mini cut in the middle somewhere.
Bit of a weird one, but kind of interested. How hot is that hot sauce you like to put on all your foods? Because I might try it.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the sriracha sauce.
It's quite spicy.
I think. At the start, when my mum bought it for the first time for my sister, it was quite spicy, but now it doesn't bother me at all. Like, it doesn't even feel spicy a little bit. Like, it's...
Just for taste.
Yeah, it's just for taste. Now it's like, it's kind of a weird question. But yeah, it's really nice and it's spicy at the start, but after a bit, it's not.
Hey Brandon, do you consider starting online coaching?
I actually coach a few people online at the moment. I don't advertise for it because I don't want a big client basis. I want to pay a lot of attention on the people that are dedicated enough to put the work in. I want to pay attention on those people. I don't want to advertise because I wouldn't have enough time in my day to make videos, doing everything else I got to do in my day and produce all these plans for these people. I'd rather keep the numbers small and create plans for those people that have come to me and asked me if I do online coaching. I do it, but I don't advertise for it.
Hey man, I'm from Sweden. And my question to you is, how often and how do you vary your workouts regarding supersets, drop sets, different exercises, and so on?
Every single workout that I do is completely different from the one that I did last. I never follow a specific training plan that I have to commit to a certain amount of exercises and a certain amount of sets and reps every single session. I kind of just do what I feel, which is almost beneficial to me because one, it keeps it creative. Two, it shocks my body to never get used to the same thing because your body can get used to the same sort of training style. Your body's very intelligent and will get used to what you're doing. Make every workout different. Shock your body every single day, not every 4 weeks, not every 6 weeks, because it's going to get used to it. You just want to shock it every time so it's never getting used to what you're doing, and it just keeps things interesting.
What's going on, Brandon? Keep up the good work. My question is what advice would you give to someone who started YouTube?
Now, I wouldn't say I'm the sort of person to be able to give advice on starting a YouTube channel because I'm not like at 1 million subscribers or anything. Like, I'm not a YouTube guru. But from what I have learned in the short period of time that I've been doing this, what helps a channel grow is being 100% genuine. Like me right now, I'm literally just speaking to you guys how I'd speak to Luke. Like, we're just having a conversation and I'm talking a bunch of shit about a bunch of questions that I've been asked. Honestly, it's like, you need to just be yourself. Basically, I have 2 tips. 1, don't give a shit about what anyone else is thinking around you. Do your own thing. And 2, be yourself, because it's going to be a lot easier for people to relate to you if you are being who you are.
Dick.
Yeah. Unless you're just a massive dick.
Did you go to the gym to start the drowning in plunge?
Wow.
Clunge.
Okay, I'm not going to show that on the video. He basically asked me if I started the gym for girls. Basically, I never started the gym to like get girls and stuff. It's actually harder to get girls.
Liar!
No. It's harder to get girls actually when you go to the gym and gain a certain amount of muscle because of 3 reasons. 1, you look like a bit of a fuckboy if you have a bunch of muscle. 2, girls don't want to look stupid enough in front of their friends to get with the guy that looks like a fuckboy. And 3, girls are into like surfer bodies. They're into like Justin Bieber, skinny, just like a skin pack of abs. Like,
Hey!
Sorry,
skinny.
Sorry, bro. Girls aren't into like a mass amount of muscle. There are a small amount of girls that like muscle, but the majority, like 80-90% of girls, don't like too much muscle, which is understandable because it looks kind of crazy. But I'm not at that period to look disgusting. I don't think yet. I feel like I've still got a normal looking body to somewhat, but yeah.
No homo.
I didn't start for the girls, even though it's quite it's nice.
Plunge.
Yeah.
Yo, straight up, I'm trying to be famous like you. You know, I have a goal that's like yours, but the question is, like, how did you do it? Were you planning to?
I'm really glad that you asked that question because I never actually started YouTube to be someone that I watched on YouTube, because before I started YouTube, I never watched any YouTubers. The only reason I started posting because it was another social media platform to post the videos I was posting on Instagram on, but I didn't watch any YouTubers to try and be somebody that I'm not. Like, it almost just becomes something because when I started getting feedback and likes and views and subscribers and people that actually wanted to hear necessarily what I had to say, then it becomes something. I basically had the opportunity to fall in love with it from my own experiences, not falling in love with the life that someone else had created from this thing that they watch, because like I said, I didn't even watch any YouTubers before I started myself. I'm not trying to be somebody else. So one piece of advice I can give to you, don't try and live someone else's life just because it's working for them, because it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to work for you. You need to do what you love because you need to love it to be successful in it, because you can't do this. I promise you need to be up until 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, editing videos, forcing yourself to stay awake to get the content out. Unless you love it, you're not gonna do it. I feel like I just rambled a bit, but basically,
you love YouTube?
Yeah, obviously.
I'm just checking.
It's my whole life, bro. But yeah, don't try and just do it to be famous, because you never will be. You need to do it because you love it.
You put the camera on me, then I was looking.
Oh, bro, sorry. You basically need to do it because you want to do it, not because someone else is doing it and you think it's working for them.
My question for you, Brandon, is if you got any tips for summer to get shredded.
Basically, if you want to lose some weight for summer, an easy way to do it is just stop snacking in the day. Like, stop having a bag of crisps or a chocolate bar. Basically, just stop eating when you're bored and only eat when you're hungry, and stop eating processed food like McDonald's. I want to say stop eating KFC, but burritos are gains, so don't stop eating that. But basically, just cut out processed food, start doing a little bit more cardio, maybe increase the sets and the reps on your workouts to increase the intensity, and that's basically all it takes if you want to cut down for summer.
How would you correct uneven muscle growth?
I basically have a really bro science approach to correcting uneven muscle growth. If you have a really small muscle, you're going to see the small difference within that muscle because there's not a lot to differentiate it from the other side, the corresponding muscle. But basically, if you grow that muscle to be absolutely massive, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between the other one. One pec was bigger than the other pec, but they were both pretty small. You're going to be able to tell the difference. But if they're both massive, you won't really be able to tell the difference. So if you want to get rid of uneven muscles, bro, you just got to get massive.
Hey Brandon, it would be an honor to be featured in one of your videos. But my question is, what was your biggest obstacle in your life?
The biggest obstacle in my life so far was about 3.5 months ago, just before Christmas. I got sacked from my job basically because the company went bust. Now at this period, I had 2 choices to make because I had no money in the bank. Get another job or put all my attention and put all my effort into YouTube. This basically left me with no money in the bank because YouTube wasn't making enough ad revenue yet to be able to support me and sustain my life. Yeah, I could have got a job, but then I wouldn't have had enough time to do YouTube and to edit videos and to do the emails and everything else that I have to do that comes along with making these videos. So I had a choice to make. I can be broke and make YouTube videos until it hopefully kicks off, or I can get a job and just be like everyone else. 9 till 5, mundane, not following my dream. This is the only dream I've ever had other than bodybuilding. YouTube is the only goal, the only thing that I've had a massive amount of love and passion for. And I thought, I've got this choice to make. I'm 20 years old and I need to make a choice. I'm gonna follow my dream or fall into the same system that everyone else is falling into. So I chose YouTube, and if you guys can use that for motivation, then please do, because following your dreams and following your goals, there's a possibility if you love it enough that it will become something. So on that note, we're gonna go to the gym now, start working out, and I'll see you guys again with the last 4 questions. poured way too much.
You put a bit low.
Right then guys, so there's been a change of plan. We went to Morrison to buy some food, had a meal and a protein shake. There was another like 20 to 30 questions more to answer, like unopened Snapchat. Now we went on Snapchat again, and as you can see, there's none left to answer, which is crazy because it's like they've all been open, but they wasn't because there was like another 20 to 30. We purposely like was gonna come back and do another 4 questions or like however many we were gonna do, but they're all gone, which is really annoying. And like Snapchat's basically messed this video up, so blame Snapchat. It is what it is. So if you enjoyed this video guys, please drop a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe.
Hit that button.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Big up.
How do I make you stay when it's easy to let you go?
We never got to hear what they had to say.
They've been unheard.
They've been unheard.
Sad times.
So